This morning, while I was chopping onions for a pot of lentil soup, I realized something. It wasn't really about the soup. It wasn't even about the homemade bread we were baking. It was about the people who would soon be sitting around the table. And it made me wonder, is that what changes after 50? We spend the first half of our life collecting things, and the second half collecting moments. When we are younger, winter often means holidays, adventure, busy calendars. And after 50, many of us begin longing for something very different. Not bigger houses, not expensive holidays, not more possessions. We long for warmth, for conversations that last a little bit longer, for friends who make us feel at home. But perhaps what we miss most is not the excitement, it is the belonging. Welcome to Thrive. I'm Riet, and every week we discover simple ways to feel better, live richer and grow stronger after 50. Today, I like to invite you into my kitchen. The soup had been simmering for almost an hour. The smell of onions, garlic, carrots and lentil slowly filled the house. And on the counter, the bread dough is rested under a tea towel, quietly rising while I tidied the kitchen. And beside the stove stood another special tradition that always reminds me of a very special place, Polish Garnish. My son Rowan and his wife Marisa introduced me to it while I visit them in Poland. Unlike many commercial mulled wines, this version is wonderfully simple. Red wine gently warmed with slices of orange, cinnamon sticks, clove, star anise and a little bit of honey. Not boiled, just slowly warmed until the whole kitchen smelled like winter itself. Even today, whenever I prepare it, I am immediately transported back to the snowy streets, the warm cafes and precious family memories. It is remarkable how our senses work. A familiar smell can bring back memories we haven't thought about for years. Scientists know that smell has a direct connection to parts of the brain responsible for memory and emotion. Perhaps that explains why certain recipes become family treasures. They are never just recipes. They become stories. While the bread baked, I lit a few candles around the dining room. Nothing extravagant, just small pools of warm light that somehow make an ordinary evening feel special. There is something fascinating about candlelight. Researchers have found that softer lighting encourages people to relax, speak more openly and stay at the table longer. Bright light tells our brains to stay alert. Warm light quietly whispered, "You can slow down now." Before long, the doorbell rang. Friends arrived carrying nothing more than warm smiles and winter jackets. Within minutes, the house sounded completely different. There was laughter from the kitchen. Someone was already asking for the recipe. Someone else was stealing a piece of warm bread before dinner. And somehow, everyone seemed to end up standing around the stove instead of sitting in the lounge. Have you noticed that? People almost always gather in the kitchen, perhaps because kitchens have never really been only about food. It always has been about life. As we shared soup and fresh bread, the conversations wandered in every direction, from travel memories to children, to funny stories from years ago, dreams we still have, the little frustrations of getting older. And nobody checked the time. Nobody hurried the conversation. Nobody seemed interested in their phones. And I found myself thinking, this is what many of us really are looking for. Not entertainment, not perfection, but connection. There's a growing research showing that people with strong social relationships generally enjoy better emotional well-being, lower stress levels, and even healthier aging. And it isn't because friendship solves every problem. It's because they remind us that we never have to carry life completely alone. After 50, our lives often becomes quieter. Our children leaves home. Retirement changes our routines. Some friendships naturally fade. Sadly, many of us have also lost people we loved. Without even noticing it, our worlds can become smaller. That is why these small gatherings matter so much. They don't have to be elaborate. No expensive dinner parties. No perfectly decorated tables. Sometimes a simple pot of soup is enough. Sometimes homemade bread is enough. Sometimes a cup of tea is enough. The magic has never been in the menu. It always has been in the people. And perhaps that is something we've forgotten in today's busy world. Social media often shows us beautiful styled homes, perfect meals and carefully planned celebrations. But real belonging looks very different. It looks like someone arriving 10 minutes early to help to set the table. It looks like laughing when the bread isn't quite perfect, and it doesn't really matter. It sounds like asking for another bowl of soup. It looks like conversations that continue long after the dessert because no one wants to end the evening yet. Those moments rarely appear on Instagram, but they become the memories we carry for decades. As I looked around the table that evening, I realized something else. Every person there had walked through different joys, different disappointment, different seasons of life. Yet for a few hours, none of that matters. We simply shared a meal. And perhaps that is one of the greatest gifts we can still give each other after 50. Not advice, not solutions, just our presence. Winter has a beautiful way of reminding us what really matters. Nature slows down, evenings becomes longer, and we spend more time indoors. Perhaps winter isn't asking for us to do more. Perhaps it's inviting us to gather more. So this week, I like to leave you with one simple challenge. Create your own winter ritual. Invite 2 friends for soup, bake bread together, share a favorite family recipe, light the candles, put your phones away, stay at the table just a little bit longer than usual. Because sometimes the smallest traditions become the strongest memories. And years from now, it may not be the recipe anyone remembers. It may be simply be how they felt sitting around your table. Because comfort isn't something we buy. It is something we create together. It is found in warm kitchens, shared recipes, friends who stay longer than they planned, and conversations that make us forget to look at the clock. So, phone a friend, bake the bread, light the candles, make the soup, set another place at the table, because one day it won't be the busy weeks we'll treasure. It will be the evenings like these. Keep creating a life that is rich in warmth, rich in friendship, and rich in moments that truly matters. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Bye bye for now. See you next time.